Real talk. A lot of what you learned in school just isn't true. And I'm not talking about opinions. I'm talking about actual facts that scientists, historians, and experts have completely debunked. Today, we're going through 10 of them. Some will surprise you. A few might make you angry. And by the end, you'll probably wonder what else they got wrong. Let's start with the most famous one. False fact number 1. The 10% brain myth. 1907 self-help book. Not science. Number 1. You only use 10% of your brain. You've heard this in movies, from motivational speakers, maybe even from a teacher. It sounds inspiring. Imagine what you could do with the other 90%. Problem is, it's completely false. Brain scans show you use virtually every part of your brain over the course of a day. Just because you're not using all of it at once doesn't mean 90% is sitting there doing nothing. And here's the real proof. If 90% of your brain were useless, you could damage huge chunks of it with no effect. But that's not how it works. Damage to almost any area causes problems. Memory, movement, speech, personality. The myth actually comes from a self-help book published in 1907. Over 100 years later, we're still repeating it. False fact number 2. Napoleon was short. He was 5'6", average for his time. Number 2. Napoleon Bonaparte was a tiny, short-tempered little man. That's the image, right? Napoleon complex. Short guys who act aggressive to compensate. Here's the truth. Napoleon was about 5'6" or 5'7". That was actually above average for a Frenchman in the early 1800s. So why do we think he was short? 2 reasons. First, French inches were longer than English inches, so when his height was recorded, the numbers got confusing. Second, British propaganda, they called him Little Boney to make him seem less threatening. The man wasn't short. His enemies just wanted you to think he was.
False fact number 3. Humans have 5 senses.
5 senses? False. We have at least 9 senses. Number 3. Humans have 5 senses. Sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. That's what most of us learned in elementary school. But scientists say we have at least 9, and possibly more than 20. For example, thermoception, the ability to feel temperature. Equilibrioception, your sense of balance. Proprioception, knowing where your body parts are without looking at them. Close your eyes and touch your nose. You just used proprioception. So why did we only learn 5? Because Aristotle came up with that list over 2,000 years ago, and somehow we never updated it. False fact number 4. Vikings wore horned helmets. They were actually opera costumes, not Viking armor. Number 4. Vikings wore horned helmets into battle. This one is pure fiction. Not a single Viking helmet with horns has ever been found by archaeologists. Real Viking helmets were simple, practical, often made of leather or metal with no decoration. So where did the horns come from? Opera. In the 1870s, a costume designer for a Wagner opera gave Viking characters horned helmets because they looked more dramatic. It stuck. Now it's the first thing you picture when someone says Viking. Imagine going into actual battle with horns on your head. The enemy would just grab them and yank you down. Not exactly genius strategy.
False fact number 5. Einstein failed math. He was a math prodigy.
Number 5. Albert Einstein failed math as a student. People love this one because it gives hope to struggling students. The problem? It's not true. Einstein was excellent at math from a young age. By 15, he'd mastered differential and integral calculus. He once called a math teacher inspiring. So where's the myth from? A misunderstanding. Einstein failed an entrance exam for a Swiss polytechnic school, but he failed the botany, zoology, and language sections. He passed the math and science parts easily. The story got simplified over time until people thought he failed everything. He didn't.
False fact number 6. Chameleons change color to camouflage. It's actually mood plus temperature.
Number 6. Chameleons change color to blend in with their surroundings. That's what cartoons taught us. And it makes sense. Hide from predators, sneak up on bugs. But it's mostly wrong. Chameleons change color primarily to regulate their temperature and to communicate. Darker colors absorb heat when they're cold. Brighter colors show off for mates or signal aggression. They can blend in a little, but that's not the main purpose. A bright green chameleon on a brown branch isn't trying to disappear. He's probably just expressing himself. False fact number 7, bulls hate red. Bulls hate red. False. Bulls are colorblind to red. Number 7. Bulls go crazy when they see the color red. That's why matadors wave red capes, right? Wrong. Bulls are partially colorblind. They can't see red as a distinct color. What actually makes them charge is movement. The cape is waving, flapping, taunting them. It could be blue, green, or polka-dotted, and they'd still attack. So why red? Tradition. Plus, it hides bloodstains from the bullfight. Not exactly a heroic reason. False fact number 8. The Great Wall of China is visible from space. Visible from space? False. Number 8. The Great Wall of China is the only man-made structure visible from space. This has been repeated for decades. Teachers said it. Textbooks printed it. But it's false. Astronauts confirm the Great Wall is very difficult to see from low Earth orbit, even with perfect conditions. From the moon? Impossible. It's too narrow. The wall is only about 30 feet wide, the same width as a 2-lane highway. You can't see a highway from the moon. Actually, you can see plenty of man-made things from space. Cities at night, large airports, even certain bridges. The wall just isn't one of them. False fact number 9. Glass is a slow-moving liquid. Glass flows over time. False. It's an amorphous solid. Number 9. Glass is actually a liquid that flows extremely slowly. That's why old windows are thicker at the bottom. This sounds scientific, so people believe it. But it's a myth. Glass is an amorphous solid, meaning it has a disordered molecular structure, but it doesn't flow at room temperature. Those old windows? They were just installed that way. Medieval glassmakers couldn't make perfectly flat panes, so they put the thicker edge at the bottom for stability. If glass flowed over centuries, ancient Egyptian and Roman glass objects would be puddles by now. They're not. The myth just refuses to die. False fact number 10. Your tongue has taste zones. Every part of your tongue does everything. Number 10. Different parts of your tongue detect different tastes. Sweet on the tip, salty on the front sides, sour on the sides, bitter on the back. That tongue map you saw in school? Made up. It came from a mistranslation of a German paper in 1901, and textbooks just copied it for almost 100 years. Every part of your tongue that has taste buds, which is most of it, can detect sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami. The sides might be slightly more sensitive to certain tastes, but not by much. Your tongue isn't a map. It's a team player. Which one surprised you most? Subscribe for more. 10 more myths? So there you have it. 10 things you learned in school that just aren't true. Which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more facts that'll make you question everything you were taught, hit subscribe. I've got another 10 ready to go. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.